Hello, Nurse Robbie here for Teen Clinic. One of the many services we offer at Teen Clinic is getting an STI test. But what even is that, and who needs one? STI stands for sexually transmitted infection. So basically an STI test is a test to check for any infection you might have contracted through sex. Now I get that sounds a bit gross, but it's actually not much different than getting a common cold or flu. Some infections pass through airborne droplets, when we sneeze and cough, like the common cold. And some pass through body fluids like semen and blood, like a lot of STIs. STIs just seem worse or dirty because talking about sex isn't something we do very often, or very well, and there's still a lot of stigma around sex. STIs are just a part of being sexually active, and getting regularly tested actually makes you really smart, not dirty or promiscuous or whatever. There are a bunch of different STIs, so how do we know what to screen for? If you're not having any symptoms, you're gonna get a standard STI test, which looks for chlamydia, which is the most common for people under 25, gonorrhea, syphilis, HIV, and hepatitis C. If you are having any symptoms, you're gonna get a different test or additional tests as well. Symptoms can be a lot of different things, but generally it's maybe a bit of pain or discomfort when you're trying to pee, a discharge, any general pain or discomfort down there, maybe a rash, spots, growths. Look, I'm not gonna list all of them. You don't want me to, and some of those symptoms aren't even caused by STIs. Basically, if you're having any kind of symptom in that area, just bring it up with the nurses at Teen Clinic and we can figure out what it is. So what exactly is involved in the test? The STI test you get depends on who you sleep with. Oh, not like the person specifically, I mean which gender. So for example, guys who sleep with girls get a different test to guys who sleep with guys, then girls who sleep with girls, and girls who sleep with guys. And that's why when you get an STI test, the Teen Clinic nurses are gonna ask you some questions. Things like, do you sleep with guys, girls, or both? How many partners have you had recently? Have you ever had an STI before? And it's really important to try to answer these questions as honestly as possible because it will determine the kind of test that you get, and we might miss something otherwise. An STI test will always involve getting a urine sample, otherwise known as peeing in a cup, and a blood test. You might also need some other tests like a throat swab and a bum swab, but the Teen Clinic nurses will go through all of this with you. If your results come back and you do have an STI, don't panic. It happens, and the important thing is that you got tested, and so now you can get treated. Treatment is usually really simple and always confidential, so no one's gonna know but you and the nurse. Treatment might mean taking a few pills or maybe a small injection. It depends on the STI that you have. If you think you're due for an STI test, or maybe you just want some more information, then be sure to visit Teen Clinic and chat with the amazing nurses there. There are also a lot of great online resources, and the Teen Clinic nurses can recommend some really good websites for information as well. Bye for now, and remember that there is no healthcare without self-care.